Dennis's Death by Boren. It was early October and I was 6 years old, big enough to walk to and from school by myself. On this particular day, I got home to find our neighbor, Madame Durand, waiting at our front door. She explained to me that my mom had taken my little brother Dennis to the hospital. She went on to say that everything was going to be okay, but that I should come over to her house until my mom and Dennis came home. I was puzzled. Everything had been fine when I left for school that morning. Madame Durand asked what I would like to do, and I asked if she had any books. She did have some books for children, the Babar, the elephant books. They were all in French, but I was familiar with the stories, and Madame Durand made a game of teaching me French words. It was fun, and it kept me from wondering why Mom had taken Dennis to the hospital and when they would get home. Madame made dinner for us, and when it was bedtime, she walked me back to our house, helped me get ready for bed, and waited in the living room while I slept. Late in the night, I woke to find my parents standing beside my bed. My mother was crying quietly, and my dad looked tired and sad. It was confusing. I had never seen both of them upset or sad at the same time. Something was wrong. "Where's Dennis?" I asked. My parents looked at each other. Dad looked back at me. "He's gone," he said. "Yes, I know, but where is he? When is he coming home?" My dad made a sound that I'd never heard him make before, as if choking. "He's done gone," Dad said. Although intelligent, my father was not an eloquent man. "But, Daddy, where has he gone? He lives here with us. He's too little to live by himself. He's not even 2 years old yet. I don't get it." Pulling a handkerchief from his pocket, he blew his nose hard, and tears began to make their way down his cheeks. He said, "Dennis has gone to the Lord." My mother cried harder. That made no sense to me. Only old people go to the Lord. Dennis was just a baby. But I could tell that this was serious and true. I knew that Dennis would never come back to live with us again. Over the next couple of days, I would spend more time at Madame Durand's house while my parents were making funeral arrangements. Family members from out of town began arriving, and that was strange. Usually the family came for celebrations, but this time everyone was sad. My parents took me to the funeral home to see Dennis. It was odd to see him there. He was lying in a bassinet that wasn't ours. He was dressed in yellow-footed pajamas, and his face was the wrong color. It was only many years later that I understood that at funeral homes they put makeup on people, but the person at this funeral home used a color that wasn't the color of Dennis's skin. They'd also put blush on his cheeks, and it bothered me how wrong he looked. After the trip to the funeral home, I asked if I had to go to the funeral. It had been so scary seeing Dennis like that. I didn't want to see him like that again. Madame Durand looked after me while the family went to the funeral. Well, she was very kind. I didn't want to go to Madame Durand's house again after that day, and I didn't like Babar so much anymore. It was a very long time before my parents seemed happy again, and they were never the same as before. Since that time, I've been acutely aware of death, of its permanence, and how it came without warning. It does not frighten me. I have known since Dennis died that death is the one irrefutable fact of life.